Hello fellow doll lovers, it's Janie and welcome to another video on my channel. I hope you are having a fabulous 2025 so far. I wanted to make another Doll Lover Diaries video because the last one I did, which was in the kind of like fall season, you guys really seemed to like it, and I really enjoyed kind of just taking you around and showing off the sides of my doll collecting life that don't necessarily always make it onto camera because it's not like a big haul or a restoration or something. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the description below and also in a card somewhere. But long story short, the point of a Doll Lover Diaries video is just to go through like a season of time where I show you guys all of my doll related things that I do in my life that don't make it into videos, like I said. So but just whatever happens in my life during this like winter season that is doll related. And I want to start off the video with a couple of Christmas gifts that I got from my fiance's brother. I was at his house for Christmas and he didn't even know that I necessarily collected dolls. He just knew that I was absolutely obsessed with the Lord of the Rings. I love the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and all things by the person who wrote it, J.R.R. Tolkien. And he got me this Funko Pop, which is the Mouth of Sauron. Now, if you don't know anything about Lord of the Rings, and this may not interest you, so feel free to like skip on ahead, but this is a character from the Lord of the Rings. He's actually not even in like the normal like cinematic release. He's in the like special extended edition release, and you don't see him unless you watch that version. But he is really cool. Now, I do not intend on like fully unboxing him because he's not a doll and I would like to keep him like looking nice. I'm just taking him out of like this little part so that you can get a closer look at him. He is super cool. I only have one other Funko Pop. Like, I don't really collect them unless they have something to do with a franchise or character or something that I like. So this is really cool. And I also just find it super cool that he didn't even know I collected dolls or toys or whatever, and he got this for me. There are other ones you can get. You can get Legolas, you can get Treebeard, and you can get a cave troll. But it was just a really sweet gift and a really exciting addition to not only my toy collection, but my Lord of the Rings collection, which I do have a lot of like books and figurines and even weapons and stuff, which I love, and jewelry. I love Lord of the Rings a lot. And then in addition to that, he gave me these little mini Funko Pops, which I didn't even know that they made. And he got 3 different ones, and they were in like little blind bags that I opened with him. And they were all different, which he was very relieved about. But I got 3. The first one that we have here is, hold on. It's the Witch King, which is another character from the movie. He's a bad guy, obviously. And I realized that if you take this little plastic slip off, it will literally just like pop out from the bottom. So I can't show you without like fully unpackaging. But he's a super cute little figurine, and I'm very excited to have him. I'm gonna go ahead and slide that little plastic thing back on so that he doesn't keep slipping out. And then we got the Dunharrow King. He's like a ghost king from the 3rd movie. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this off and pop him out. He's super duper cool. Yes, oh my gosh, this is so neat. And like the packaging is super cool because it literally looks exactly like a regular Funko Pop, and it has like some art on the sides and stuff. But it's just miniature, and it's like perfectly doll sized, which is another thing that I thought was super cool, where not only did he get me a big one for myself, he got me little ones for my Barbies, because these are like the perfect size. And then the 3rd one is the only like normal looking one. This is a hobbit named Merry Brandybuck, and he is super cute, one of my favorite characters. And he looks like this. He's adorable, so cute. Oh my gosh! And he's got a little pint of ale in his hand. So cute. And it's very exciting that I was able to get these, and I'm really excited about them. They have little numbers on the back. I don't really collect these, so I'm not familiar with what it means. But this one says 528 on the back. This one says like 633. And then this one says 632, so maybe it has something to do with the like collecting of it. I'm not entirely sure, but I just wanted to show those to you. It's precisely the kind of thing that is going to be in this Doll Lover Diaries video, just a small haul, and I want to do some like non-haul related things. That's why I didn't want to make it like a collective haul video, because I've done one of those before where it's just all of the little miscellaneous things that I get. But I do plan on doing some doll related work and different things like that I want to take you along on. But I am going to go ahead and sign off, and I don't know when I'll see you next, but probably when I do the next doll related thing or acquire the next doll related thing. I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you. Hello, everybody. Next time. So I am popping back in here to share with you guys a really fun little haul that I got on January 19th. It is a little bit past then when I've had time to film this, but I got those dolls on that date, and I am excited to share them with you guys. So over the weekend, I went to visit my fiance's family. He's from Georgia, and so we drove there. And while I was there, I went with him and his mom to this place that was right down the road from them. They were moving locations, so they were having this big like moving sale, and everything was super, super cheap. And it's kind of like an indoor flea market. It's called the Hodgepodge. It's like the only one. And it has a bunch of booths for different sellers, and they sell pretty much anything. There were some toys and stuff like that, not a lot. A lot of it was like antiques and vintage. And I was there, I came away with 3 new additions to my collection, and I'm really, really excited. I really had to kind of think hard about which ones I was gonna get, because even though they were on really, really good deals, I was really trying not to spend a lot of money. But I came away with 3 dolls, and I'm really, really excited to show them to you. So the first one that I saw was this girl, and she was, okay, so this is one of the reasons why I decided to get her. She was $15, but the seller was like clearancing everything out, and she was 50% off. So I got her for like $7.50. And I do have this doll, but mine is missing shoes and she's not boxed. And so I decided to go ahead and get her. And this is Happy Holidays Barbie from 1996. And I just decided to go ahead and get her because I wanted to have one that was a little bit more complete. And for only $7, and considering that she's boxed and the box is actually in pretty great shape, I didn't mind getting her. So I'm going to go ahead and take her out without further ado, and I am very, very excited. I'm going to try and save the box, because for all of my collector Barbies, I try and save the box. So I'm going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to turn the camera off, and I will see you guys next time. So I got her out, and here she is. She is just a classic, beautiful 90s, like winter-themed Barbie. They've made so many of these, but they're all just so beautiful and elegant and unique. And I love her a lot. She has some kind of shedding going on. Hold on. Okay. She is very beautiful. She has these like lavender blue eyes and pink lips. She's got gold earrings, beautiful little fur hat with this really cute little wintry detail on it. She has curly Conneclon blonde hair, which is not in the worst condition at all, actually. And despite being in the box, her face is a little bit dirty, so she'll just need to be like just gently cleaned. But then she's got this absolutely gorgeous long burgundy velvet dress that has such beautiful like braided detail and buttons and fur, and this really pretty front that's like gold ruffled and has a really pretty pattern to it. And then she has a gold ring to match her earrings, and then she has like a petticoat underneath to keep it full. And then of course she comes with shoes. So she comes with these burgundy shoes. They were in like a separate little bag, but they're just like the simple classic Barbie shoes. And they're the same burgundy color as her dress. And then she also comes with like a little fur muff, which she like puts her hands in to keep her hands warm. Very cute. And then of course her comb, same burgundy color. And then her stand, which looks like this. You can just kind of pop that right on in, and it says Happy Holidays Barbie on the front. Very excited about that. I'm so happy I was able to get her boxed. And then she also comes with a 2-year limited warranty, which I don't think is applicable anymore because it is far past 1996, but still a fun find for sure, and I'm happy to have gotten her for only $7. And then the next doll that I found, I thought long and hard about getting, because she ended up being about $17, and it was a doll that I already had. But the one that I have actually has a big like her nose is completely, the tip of her nose is completely gone. I got her at a flea market, and I got her because I felt really sorry for her, and besides her nose, she was actually in pretty good condition. But it is Little Debbie Barbie. I got her at the flea market back in like February of last year. And I really love her, but she has a chunk out of her nose, and so when I found this girl, it was like 20% off or whatever, and so she was like 17 something. But it is just one of the collector's edition Little Debbie Barbie dolls. And I'm going to go ahead and take her out of the box. She still has like all of her stuff and everything, so I'm very excited. She is out and has a full nose. She's not like Voldemort anymore, and she is so pretty, and I am really happy I was able to get her. She's very cute. She has very simple makeup and bright blue eyes and like a light brown hair, and it is saran. And she has a little hat, which is like a little straw hat, and it's very cute. It is a little bit kind of misshapen because it's been in the box. It's not quite as round as it's supposed to be. It's a little bit flipped up on the sides. That's okay. And she has this really pretty blue gingham dress and a little apron that says Little Debbie on it. And once again, full nose. And she also comes with something that is very interesting that I found in there. Coupons. So I will definitely never be able to use these, but they're really cool. It says, congratulations on ordering your Little Debbie Barbie doll. Save up to $10 on these Barbie products from Mattel. And there's like coupons for a bunch of different stuff. Like there's coupons for like a Porsche and for horses and for fashions, etc. And I just think that's really fun. And the Little Debbie doll, I forgot to tell you what date she's from. She's from 1992. So these are from like 1992, and I will definitely not be able to use them anymore, but I think they're pretty neat. And it expires in 1994, so I definitely would not be able to use them, but still a really fun find. And she also comes with a 1-year limited warranty. Definitely would not be able to use that. But she comes with a couple of accessories. She comes with one of the Barbie stands where it like latches onto the leg, actually. So you put her on the stand by putting it on her leg instead of on her like the rest of her, which is interesting. But that's pretty cool. And then she also comes with her comb, which is like a light blue. And then she also comes with a pair of like simple black flat shoes. They look like that. So not a ton of accessories, but the coupons are a lot of fun, and I'm definitely glad to have one with a full nose. And then the third one I got was a doll that I got because I had extreme pity on her. She was originally $10, but she was 50% off, so I got her for $5. And this is Fun to Dress Barbie. I do not have one, especially with her outfit, and she is in terrible condition. Her box is yellowed and damaged. The plastic is coming off. The package is literally like falling apart, and she's just kind of in there. And she's from, I don't even know when she's from. It doesn't say. She's from 1988. So she's been in this box for a long time, and you can definitely tell. This is one of the reasons why I am more of like an out-of-box doll collector. It smells terrible, but I am so happy I was able to find her and hopefully save her. She has a lot of scuffs and dust, and like she's very dirty even though she's in the box. It looks like there's some mildew stains on her, which I'm going to have to be careful about, but she definitely has some mildew stains like on her swimsuit, and there's some stains like on her like body itself. She also has an interesting like blue stain on her leg, and then she has like a spot on her nose. She's just not in the best shape, but that being said, I am very happy I was able to get her, and for $5, I mean, it's fun, and she has been in the box since 1988, so I'm very happy to take her out. But that was the last doll that I got there, and I just thought that it was a lot of fun, and that I was able to kind of grab these dolls right before the store moved locations and they got rid of all of their stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the little haul. I will see you guys next time. Hello everyone, it is January 26th, and as you can see, I have a bunch of like clothes and accessories and things like that that I need to put away. A lot of these are from one of my thrift store mini vlogs and hauls that I did. I found a bunch of little accessories and pets and things. And then I also had a 2-part doll haul, like mail opening from Amazon video, and these are all of the like extra accessories and stuff that the dolls came with. And I thought it'd be really fun if I showed you guys like what I do with all of these small pieces, because I do keep all of this where I currently live. I don't bring any of this back to my parents' house where I keep my doll collection, and so I thought it'd be fun to show you where I kind of keep everything squirreled away where I currently live. So I'm not going to show you clothes right now. I'm mostly going to focus on where I put like accessories and then like things like this. So these are all of the extras that came with some of the dolls. I keep all the extra accessories together in one bag. I don't label them just because I usually can know pretty well. And I'll show you where I put all of those. And then I have all of these accessories. I just like washed them. All I do is just soak them with dish soap and baking soda. But I have them all kind of categorized by like what they are. So this is like food, shoes, obviously purses. These are like figurines. Pets. So I have ones that like aren't actual like animal looking ones where they are more figurine type, and then these are more like actual pets. This one belongs over here. But these are more like actual pets. And then these are like more specific brand pets like LPS, and then whatever these are. And they have their own place. But as you can see, I have it kind of categorized. And I have numerous different places where I put all this stuff. So this is one of my cabinets. It's a bookshelf. Just take it up really quick. So it's just a bookshelf. It has books on it, obviously. I really love to read if you can't tell. But in this cabinet, I'm sorry about the lighting. It is kind of shadowy. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, I have a lot of stuff in here. These are all of my extra like bags that I put stuff in, like similar to right here. And then I have this drawer, which is kind of full. But in this drawer, I keep a lot of different things. This is mostly like accessories that are used to clothe a doll. So shoes, wigs, hats, purses, etc. And this is where I keep all of my miscellaneous shoes that don't have matches. I have everything organized in Ziploc bags. So these are like fabric hats, wigs, these are like bulkier Barbie shoes, like ice skates and roller skates. I don't keep those with my other ones, but as you can see, there's purses down there. These are like hair extension accessories, and then just like a lot of different things, more shoes. These are all like scarves and things like that. These are all scarves. And I keep everything organized in bags, and that's where I'm going to put away like the things like the miscellaneous shoes, and not these headpieces, but also like the purses and etc., things like that. But then I also have these little dividers. As you can see, these dolls here are dolls that I do not have clothes for currently. I'm currently actually completely out of Kelly clothes. But where I organize my doll jewelry and also shoes and stuff like that are in these little dividers. They're really, really convenient. And as you can see, I have them all organized. These like colorful ones are actually all like for like hair. They're like little hair, I forget what you call them, but they're for hair. But then I have them all kind of organized, necklaces, etc. This is where I keep all of my doll jewelry. So I would put, for example, I put this necklace that I need to put away in here. And then for like actual shoes that aren't without a match, I have actually two of these big ones, and they have like dividers. These are all of my specifically Barbie and Barbie sized shoes, and all organized by type. I have like boots here, and then some of them are by color. So I have pink, black, silver, white, etc. As you can see, but I keep things in this one. And then I also keep different shoes in this one as well. These are shoes for like Ken slash like dolls with different sizes. So as you can see, we have Ken, and then we have Monster High, Bratz, Hasbro, like Disney. These are, I think, Equestria girls maybe. These are DC Superhero girls. Bratz female, and then these are more kind of like miscellaneous, but I keep bigger shoes in here. I actually don't have a place for like tiny shoes, but I do have a little slot here, so I guess that's where I'll put these. We'll start one. And then this last container is for accessories that I do use kind of a lot. So these are like belts, headbands, sunglasses, tiaras, like little hair accessories, just things like that I keep in this container, just that I can get to them instead of having to like dig around through a drawer. So I would like I'd put this tiara in here with the tiaras and stuff. So I have a lot of these and I use them definitely a lot. And then that's all for this little cabinet. I can fit a lot, as you can see. Not a lot of this stuff goes in there though, just like some purses and things like that. But I will show you some of the other places where I store stuff. Okay, I'm sorry for the terrible lighting, but I have another set of these shelves. See, it's just like more books and things like that. But I have a lot more kind of miscellaneous stuff in here. I'm really sorry about the lighting again, but back here I have more of these little things. This is like completely Monster High, and also like extra parts. So I have MC Square legs in there and also Monster High limbs, but this is mostly Monster High. These are extra like mini flowers that I put in Doll's hair. These are boots. They just fit really well in here. Straws and stuff I use for curling doll hair. And then back there are all of the fashion packs and things that I want to use for my future fashion pack videos. That's Create a Monster parts. And then we have the drawer. And this drawer has mostly like extra accessories from dolls, and I have them all organized in bags. So this is Disney I Love You Forever. This is mermaids, Barbie, just Barbie in general. Like if I got a doll new and they have a bunch of extra pieces. This whole bag is Monster High, Cave Club. And then down here, we're down to more of the like actual miscellaneous stuff. So I keep like pets. As you can see, these are pets that are more like the figurines like I showed before. And then these are more like actual pets. And then I have like food back there. These are like cardboard doll accessories. So like hat boxes and records and things like that. And then a lot more miscellaneous. This is Glow Up Girls. But then we have like bigger accessories, like Liv wig heads, like pots and pans and like cooking utensils and things for food, so like dishes and things like that, sports like balls and stuff. So this is where a lot of the accessories from that towel are gonna go. They're gonna go in this one. But that's a lot of what I keep in here. So this is like miscellaneous plus like accessories from dolls. And then last but not least, I am so sorry for the like terrible lighting. I'm trying to fix it. I think that's a little better. This is actually the like book shaped cabinet that I film in front of. I keep a little bit of doll stuff in here. This is where I keep some clothes. So I'll show you. This is just like bikini, swimsuit, and Kelly clothes. As you can see, I only have like some Tommy clothes and stuff left over. These are all of my little mini bags. This is a really cute little thing. You can take them apart and like lift them up, and I can get to all of the compartments and have all of the bags organized by size. But then this is where I keep more like miscellaneous accessories, and I have them all organized by kind. So like books go in here, like flowers, like beauty and makeup and hair stuff. I don't have time to take you through like each thing and show you what's in each of the compartments, but this is where I keep more of the like little miscellaneous stuff that fits into a lot more detailed categories. Like another example in here, I have like musical instruments. I have like guitars and like a keyboard and stuff like that. And that's where some of this stuff is gonna go, but not a lot. And then there's like one more little thing down here that is doll related, just this little set of drawers. This is where I keep miscellaneous doll like socks and things like that. So as you can see, these are socks that don't have matches. These are like doll underwear, stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I mostly keep all of my doll accessories. Yeah, I wanted to kind of give you a little sneak peek of where I keep all of my doll accessories, how I organize them, especially in such a small space. Like my room is very small and I've managed to fit all of my little stuff in those areas that I showed you. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everything away. Guys, so I am popping on to share with you guys a couple of dolls that I got in the mail off of Amazon as of January 18th was when they arrived. Is this mermaids doll and this Claude, and I got them both on like sales. I'm gonna tell you both the sales for them really quick. So this one was on sale for $19.99 and she was originally, I believe, $39.99. So it was half off, and so I decided to get her since that was a pretty good deal. And then he was $10.52 and his original price was, I think, $24.99. So again, like pretty good deals for both of them. And I had kind of been stocking them both for a while. This Claude has been on like a bunch of different sales. But I like couldn't justify getting him. I didn't have the money, etc. And I really wanted him because he is going to be my first Generation 3 Monster High boy, I believe. Except for Heath. I do have Heath from Generation 3. But I love these mermaids dolls. They kind of remind me of like MC Square dolls with like the inside eyes and stuff. And I have several of the dolls from this line. This is the color change like Winter Waves line. And this doll's name is Harmonique, is what it says. I have other dolls from the line. I have this one with a really beautiful dark skin. I obviously have this one now. I also have this girl, but so now I'm missing 2. But I have 3 of the 5 now, and I'm very, very excited about both of them. And since it's only 2, they really couldn't have their like own video. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox the both of them, and then give you a closer look at everything they come with and at the dolls. Okay, so they are both out, and I am so excited about both of them. I think I'm going to start with Claude, and he's awesome. He's really, really cool. He has these really fun, like, sideburn, like, molded little details on his face because he's, like, a werewolf. So I think that's a really cool extra detail that the G3 added. He's got an edgy little eyebrow slit. He's got little fangs. And then he's got very fluffy, curly hair. That's very gelled, but that's okay. And then his ears are a lot, like, I think they seem bigger to me, but maybe I'm wrong. And he has 2 gold piercings in one ear. And then he's got this really fun outfit. His shirt has some claws and a full moon, which is fun. And then he's got this really cute like Letterman jacket that has like moons and slash marks all over it. And then he has these like faded gray jeans, again with more like slash claw marks. And then a pair of purple high top sneakers. And he has articulation at the elbow, wrist, knee, and ankle. So all the articulation, which is great. He has molded like hair underneath, so on the top it's regular and then on the bottom it's molded. And he's super cute. I love his little nose. It's painted to look like a dog's nose, and I think he's really, really cool. I am very, very excited to add another G3 boy to my collection. Now Heath is not alone, and I've been stalking him for a while, and so I'm glad I was able to find him for a pretty good deal. And he comes with extra accessories, of course, which I love about the new stuff that's coming out. We have here, this is one of his extra tops. And then he also comes with this really big like sports bag. You can actually like put stuff inside, and it has a little like paw print accessory on it. And then he also comes with a pet, which is, I think it might be like a gargoyle puppy. He has like dragon wings, which is really cute, and it's an absolutely adorable little puppy. Has a really cute expression. And then there's a bunch of like littler accessories as well. We've got a pair of sunglasses for him that are like orange, and they look kind of like they're like oozing a little bit. Very cool. And then he has this really, really neat water bottle that has the Monster High logo on it, and you can take the top off, which is really cool. I love that it has like 2 different pieces like that. And it has a handle for him to put his hand through it, and it has a little straw. The straw is attached though. And then we have Scare-Yaki Wolf Jerky. Gotta keep himself fueled, which is interesting that it's wolf jerky and he is part werewolf. That's kind of interesting. But he comes with that. And then he also comes with a phone, which is purple and has like little ears and like fur on the side. So it's supposed to be kind of furry looking. Very cool. And then he also comes with a protein bar. I can't really read what it says. I think it says granola protein bar. Very, very punny. I love the little little funny plays on words that they do. So I love him and his accessories. And we have this beautiful mermaids girl. I'm really, really excited to have her. I haven't gotten mermaids dolls in a while just because they haven't been on like really good sales, and they tend to be a little bit more expensive full price. So I have been kind of holding off. Her hair is already kind of shedding a lot. I don't know if you can see, but like her hair is doing a lot of shedding, which I've noticed with mermaids dolls. It'll be okay. Like she definitely has hair to spare. But that's something maybe to be aware of. But she is super, super beautiful. Her hair is done in this really fun hairstyle with like 4 different buns. And then there's these like silver beads wrapped around them that actually also go down the hair, which is like a cotton candy pink and purple. And it is wavy, but not super textured. So I feel like it will be pretty easy to wash. She also comes with a really cute pair of earmuffs, which are blue with little pink fuzzies. And then there's little silver details on them. And then she's got this really cute crop top, which is really fun, blue and like white. And it has like a little slit on the chest. And it's like a crop top. And it's kind of like a shimmery blue on this side and then more matte on this side. And she has a little necklace as well, which has a little heart pendant. And her makeup is stunning. Like I love mermaids dolls faces. I think that they're beautiful. She's got gorgeous like shimmery wintry makeup, and she has really beautiful like teal turquoise colored eyes that like match her hair. And then her tail is again like the pink and turquoise that like the rest of her has, and it's kind of stuck in the bottom. There we go. She has some like glitter that you can move around in her tail like so. It was kind of settled at the bottom, but now it's not, which is good. But it's really, really pretty, like pink glitter that swirls around, and there's like little hearts inside, and it has really nice movement. And then her tail is very interesting. It's like this, it's not 2, it's just 1. And it's like this blue icicle, very spiky looking tail. But I'm really excited about her. My mermaids collection is slowly but surely growing, which I love. I think they're beautiful. Like I said, they remind me of MC Squared dolls. And I also love dolls with long hair, and I also love mermaids. So I'm always happy to get more shedding. Oh, gosh. And then she has articulation at the elbow and the wrist. And then also she can move a little bit at the like torso. So she's got like a little bit of articulation up here. And then she also can move a little tiny bit in the tail, but not much. But she's really beautiful. And her hair's not that gelled, which is really nice. And I'm very happy about that. And then she comes with accessories, of course. She comes with this extra jacket, which is this really cool, like shiny, like puffer jacket with a hood. But then it has like this really pretty, like pastel rainbow lining on the inside, which is gorgeous, and I love it. And then she comes with a stand with a bunch of like extra little clips. I think that's because it's supposed to like go on her waist and then maybe like clip down her tail so that she doesn't like fall over. So because it comes with like 3 waist clips, if you can see, and then she comes with like the actual like base, which goes here, and then the stand itself, which is very tall. But I think it comes with like extra clips so that we can clip the waist, and then it'd be like at the knee, and then like down at the base of the tail. And then she also comes with a little purse that has the mermaid's logo on it, which is like a heart, and it has 2 straps for like a backpack, which is very cute. And then she comes with a bunch of small accessories. She comes with a little blue mug, very nice, and then this sort of compact. It says "Time to Shine" on it, and then it opens up, and it looks like it might be like a flip phone, but like shell shaped, because it has mermaids here, but then it has like a little playlist going on down here. Fin and Flow, it says the name of the song is. I might actually have to look it up and see what happens. But it's like a little pink shell. And then she's got a bunch of other things too. It looks like she has, like a tape recorder. That's cool and very vintage. It's like this pearlescent, shimmery, beautiful plastic. And then it has little buttons for her to like push. And then it has a little painted tape in there. That's cool. I love that it's kind of vintage, and that's really neat. And then she comes with a couple of hair accessories. So she has these 2, oh wait, no, these are earrings. Sorry. She has these 2 earrings that are like shells, white shells with little chains going down that she can put in her ears. They can't really go in now because the earmuffs are covering it, but definitely can be done at another point. And then she comes with makeup. So all of these have removable tops. So we have what looks to be mascara, which is really cool. And then it has like the mermaid's logo on top. And then we have what I think is lipstick. Very cute. Again, you can take it off, and it's a beautiful like berry colored shade, which matches the shade on her lips, and it also has the Little Mermaid's logo on it. And then I think this might be lip gloss to go over the top, which is great. Very shimmery, kind of like raspberry shade. Again, Mermaid's logo on it. And then nail polish, which is like this very, very pale pink glittery nail polish. And again, oops, I dropped it. Again, you can take the top off, which I think is really, really cool. But yeah, those are the two dolls I got. I wanted to include them in the Doll Lover Diaries video because they definitely deserve to see the light of day, but there's only two of them, so I didn't want to make my own video on them. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these guys. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hey everybody, so it is February 10th, and I wanted to kind of show you guys a really quick little look at these dolls, which you guys have seen previously. They have kind of had their little pick-me-ups, and I kind of wanted to really briefly take you through what I did, just to show you how I kind of like add little customizations to dolls that I get, even if they're boxed. Some things are less dramatic than others. Like this girl really only just got her hair like washed, and so it looks like this now, which is actually very, very nice. Her waves are gorgeous and shiny and smooth, very fluffy, but I don't mind. Claude does not really look that different. He did get a little bit of like a trim because his hair was really, really tall, and it got a little bit more like shaped, but besides that, not much of a difference. But the main kind of the main reasons why I wanted to show you these dolls, because this mermaid's doll has had a very different hairstyle going on. So she used to have like 5 buns and the rest of her hair was down. What I did was I turned those 5 buns into I kept the ponytails at the top, and I twisted them back into this like ponytail, and then twisted the braid all the way down into like a rope braid. So it looks like this, which is very different from what she originally had. But I really like it. I think that it looks really good. And I left the 2 pieces out in the front, but I wanted to show you guys her hair transformation. Sorry if it's super not really in focus, but that's okay. Next, I felt really, really badly for this poor girl because even though she was boxed, she literally doesn't come with anything except her swimsuit. And so I gave her a couple of extra accessories just to give her a little pick-me-up. I added a very tiny little braid around her elastic. I don't know if it's in focus, but I added a little braid there. And then I gave her this bow, which I think looks really, really cute with her outfit. I just think that it's really sweet. It just adds a little bit of extra detail. And then I did give her just some little ballet slippers just to go with her outfit so she's not so plain. And then lastly, she doesn't look too different. Her clothes have been washed because they were dusty. I put the shoes on her, but then I just pulled her hair back. What I did was I took 2 little braids and wrapped them around, if you guys can see that. So I took 2 braids off the sides and then kind of wrapped them around into like a low ponytail, and then I secured her hat with like a pin, just so that it like will stay on. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys very briefly the little things that I do with like hairstyles and accessories just to kind of make them my own. And I forgot to mention, all of the stains came out of this girl's swimsuit, so I'm really, really happy about that. But yeah, these girls and guy are ready now to go into my bin to go home and be joined with the rest of my collection. Hello everybody, so it is currently February 15th, I believe, and I have a bunch of doll clothes, as you can see here, that I got from a doll trade that I did, and I have them all like soaking because I just got done cleaning them. And I know I said earlier in my Doll Lover Diaries that I wasn't sure if I was going to show you how I like store all of my doll clothes, because I didn't know if I was going to be like getting any clothes in, but here we are. And I thought it'd be super fun for me to like show you guys how I like pack, put away, and store all of my doll clothes. And so that's what I'm gonna do once I get done rinsing all of these. I'm just gonna lay them out flat to dry, and then once that's done, I'm gonna take you through my process of like how I organize them. I put them all in little plastic bags, and then where they go, and all of that. So I'm really excited to show that to you. All right, so there was actually a lot more of these clothes, but I set some aside to take back and put on some Disney dolls that I had at home. But now they are like clean and out and are mostly dry, and so I want to kind of take you through my process of how I put all this away. So the first thing I do is I put all of these clothes, I organize them all into their own individual bag, like little Ziploc, and I have this really cool like little divider case that I keep all of my different size bags in, but it has little different separatable compartments that you can like take apart, if you guys can see that. So like you can kind of like unstack them like so, and they are all different sizes, and I use them to put all of my clothes away. So they're like super cheap, just like little miniature like Ziploc bags. And so then I'll put each item of clothing in a bag that like fits it. So like for example, like this one would go in here or something like that. And I have ones of all different sizes of these small ones that go in here, but then I also have like assorted sizes, like gallon Ziplocs will go better for like these bigger ones. And I usually fit like, when it comes to Disney clothes, I'll usually fit like 2 dresses in one bag, and I'll kind of put them in about like this. So there'll be 2 in one bag. And then I have other different sizes of bags too, just all different kinds. And so I just use my discretion and all of these little bags at my disposal, and I put all of these clothes in bags. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly, and then I'm gonna show you where it all goes. Okay, so I got all of the clothes bagged up. As you can see, I have them all in their own little bags, all organized. I have them just in the same piles of all different kinds. So like pants, these are all Disney clothes, just etc. They're all in their own bags and they're all organized. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of these away, and I'm gonna show you guys where they all go. And it's gonna be kind of interesting because a lot of my doll storage containers and things are kind of hidden in my room. So it might be very interesting to kind of try and show that to you guys, but I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so the main place I keep Barbie clothes is actually in my closet. It's kind of squirreled away. Like as you can see, there's my dresser and then like my clothes. But I have this really awesome set of drawers. And I apologize in advance for the terrible lighting. I'm like in my closet, but I have it all labeled, and these are all for Barbie. So I have like sleeveless tank tops and halter tops here, and I also include like some of the like plastic ones here. But as you can see, they're all organized in like individual Ziploc bags. And those are kind of like short sleeve shirts and stuff like that. And then this one is short and long sleeve shirts. But I have some Liv clothes in here, but it's like for Barbie sized clothing, even if it's not specifically Barbie branded. And then I have jackets. This one's super duper full, but these are all jackets for Barbie sized dolls. Shorts and skirts. All of my skirts and shorts for Barbie sized dolls. I don't have them organized by decade, and I don't have the clothes labeled. But this is just how I do it. And again, like all different size bags to accommodate the size of the clothing. And then these are pants that are more like capris, so they're like shorter, not all the way down to the ankle. And I have lots of those, as you can see. And then down here I have lastly like regular pants that have like that go all the way down, and sometimes they don't fit all the way, so I have to fold them over. Those are really handy for all of my Barbie size clothes. This is like a much bigger drawer, as you can see, and it's very, very full, but it's all just like dresses for Barbie sized dolls, like from vintage dolls. And then also like there's some Sparkle Girls in here, but then there are some dresses for like newer Barbies as well. Just all different kinds in here. And then in this one I have a lot of different things. So in here, in this gallon Ziploc bag, I have like complete outfits or pieces to complete outfits, and so I keep all of the outfit pieces together so that I can just pull it out and put it on the doll. And it's for all different kind of Barbie sized dolls, so like all the different pieces, if there's multiple pieces to an outfit that I accumulate. And I even have like some headbands and shoes in here if it's part of the complete outfit. But yeah, just stuff like that, complete outfit pieces in that bag. And then in the next bag, this is more like miscellaneous. So these are all clothes for dolls that are not Barbie. And they are for specifically dolls from other lines like Disney Descendants, Project MC Squared, Monster High, like just fashion dolls that are like not like too generic. It's kind of hard to tell, I apologize, but that's what I keep in here. And then in this Ziploc bag is like the real miscellaneous bag. So these are all miscellaneous clothes for dolls that are not Barbie sized. So like these are like bottoms to go to dolls that are not Barbie sized, that are like smaller than Barbie. Same, here's some like tops. And we also have like dresses and stuff for dolls that are not Barbie sized. Here's some stuff for like bigger dolls. So this is all truly miscellaneous, but it's all like bagged. And then lastly, we have all of my Bratz clothes, and they're just all in bags here. As you can see, here's like a full Bratz outfit. And then I keep it all organized like so. Here's another full Bratz outfit. And I keep all of the different like types of clothes in their own separate bags. So these are all dresses in this bag. These are all jackets in this bag, like Bratz jackets, as you can see. And then like I have again another bag, and these are all my Bratz pants, and they are all individually bagged within the bag within the bag. I know it's kind of a lot, but it just really helps me keep things organized. And then I have the same for Bratz boys, and it also has its own bag. Okay, so in this drawer, it is Disney, and I have them in their own like 2-gallon Ziploc, just so it's not too loose, but it's a lot of dresses and stuff, as you can see, and they're all bagged. And like I said, I usually like to keep 2 to a bag. So as you can see, here's like an Elsa dress and a Cinderella dress. If they're really big, I don't have them 2 to a bag, but here's like Snow White dresses together, Belle, Elsa, and Ariel. I don't keep it organized by like character or anything crazy like that. And then down in the bottom we have some like smaller bags that has like Pocahontas and Aladdin and stuff like that. As you can see, more Disney clothes in smaller bags. And but yeah, this is like all of my Disney stuff, and it was all in like different bags like so. And then lastly, in this top drawer, we have a lot more like kind of miscellaneous stuff in here. These are like Barbie rompers and jumpsuits. So like one-piece Barbie clothes that are not like swimsuits, but they are like specifically rompers and jumpsuits, like this, and they're all in their own bags, as you can see. And then there's like all different kinds. And then in here, these are all like nightgowns, specifically like aprons and stuff like that, just like little extra pieces of clothing. And then we have, this is a mermaid tail. It's in here because I have a bag for mermaid tails. They're all in here, and they're all mermaid tails specifically for Barbie, and they're in their own bags as well. And then These are specifically Barbie cutie reveal pieces, just because they take up so much space. I had to keep them in here, but these are all Barbie cutie reveal stuff. And there's a couple of extra things in here, like this is an apron that's too big to like fit in that other Ziploc bag. But yeah, that is everything in this set of drawers. I keep all these drawers kind of like stashed away in the corner of my closet because that's just where I have space. But this is where I keep mostly my Barbie related items, and then also one drawer for like other ones like the Bratz and stuff. And I have a couple other places where I keep doll clothes that I'm going to take you to, and I will show you guys that. Okay, so the next place I keep doll clothes is in this drawer. It's my desk. Those are my current dolls that I'm working on over there. But I keep doll clothes in this drawer. Up here we have Rainbow High. I keep them packaged by like their whole outfit if I have it, including shoes and other accessories like that. But yeah, and then I also keep like, if they came with like a closet or something like that, or just individual things, I keep those in their own bags. But this is all like Rainbow High outfit, clothing, and accessories pieces. And then in this drawer, this is all Rainbow High accessories. So here's like Pacific Coast stuff, all the extra accessories that come with Rainbow High dolls, all bagged, as you guys can see, and like hangers, stuff like that. It's all Rainbow High. And then in here, this is all Ken clothes. So these are like Ken tops specifically. So here we have Ken long sleeve shirts, and they're all of course organized in their own little individual bags, as you can see. And then we have Ken short sleeve shirts in their individual bags. And then in here we have like full Ken outfits, so like suits and stuff like that. And I keep usually like 1 to 2 suits in a bag, but I keep those in the bottom just laid out flat. And then the last drawer is also Ken clothes, and these are Ken like pants and bottoms and stuff. So we have Ken shorts. Oh wait, sorry, we have jackets as well. So there's jackets in here for Ken, and like vests and things like that, like things that go over shirts. And then Ken shorts for Ken, and then pants for Ken. And these are all organized as well, individually bagged, just to keep them clean and flat and safe. And that's where I keep all my Ken clothes. And then the last place where I keep clothes is where I keep like Kelly clothes and like swimsuits and bikinis and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that really quick. All right, so lastly, we are in actually the cabinet that I film in front of with the books on it. Earlier I showed you over here where I keep all of the like little miscellaneous accessories, but this is where I keep all of the Barbie swimsuit tops organized in bags, bikini stuff. So we have bikinis that are complete, that have both their top and their bottom, exclusively bikini bottoms that don't have a match, exclusively bikini tops that don't have a match. Those are not individually bagged because I'm not that crazy. And then last but not least, we have my very meager Kelly and Chelsea clothes, and also like Tommy and other Kelly size dolls. We have tops here, and then bottoms here, and then dresses, swimsuits, one-piece stuff, etc. And then in this one I have like socks and stuff like that. These are ones that don't have matches, and then these are ones that do have matches, and those are just loose. And then these are little Barbie underwears, and then like gloves and things like that in here. So yeah, that is where I keep all of my clothes. I kind of just stash things where I have room, because where I live currently is very small, but I keep all of my clothes and stuff here with me and not at my parents' house, because I do restore all of my dolls here before I take them back to the rest of my collection. And so I'm sorry if it was difficult to see and kind of very smushed, but I just wanted to give you a little peek, not something too in-depth, just to kind of show you my doll life, as is the custom with Doll Lover Diaries videos. But yeah. Hello everybody. So this is the last little bit of my winter 2024 into 2025 collective haul and Doll Lover Diaries video. I got these two things on February 16th. I went to Walmart with my dad and I found two things on clearance, which is the perfect way to close out the video. But I found these two Monster High dolls. They're from the Skulltimate Secrets Monster Mysteries line, and I don't have any of the dolls from this line before, and I'm really excited because they were on clearance for $15.50 and they were originally $29.84. So that is a pretty good deal, and I'm very excited because these are the two out of the line that I'm like the most interested in, and it's Abby and Cleo. And I love Cleo, as y'all know, because she is Egyptian and I love Egyptian mythology. So I am really excited about these two dolls, and I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and find out and take all of these dolls out of the boxes. So I have them unboxed from like the preliminary package, and there's this key that was attached to the side. This is Cleo's, and I think you're supposed to like unlock it to like get to all the extra stuff on the sides. But first I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do that. I'm really not sure how this actually works, so we're going to be figuring this out together. So this turns, let's see if it opens. Okay, so it opens and there's like a bunch of like accessories in these bags inside, which is really fun. I'm going to go ahead and pull those out, and then there is the other compartment. Let's see what happens when I turn it. Okay, so it opens up as well, and there's even more like fun stuff inside. So it kind of reminds me of like the lockers from the other Skulltimate Secrets dolls. And then I want to know how I get to Cleo. Do you just like slide her out? Yeah. Oh, so she literally just like, she just comes out of this plastic. Oh, and I see. So it's like a little elevator. So that's cool. And this is a really nice little, I don't know what to call this, but it's got really pretty detail. And it's painted and it's gold. It's very nice, but I'll show you guys the doll first. Give me 1 second to kind of unpin her from her plastic. Okay, so here is Cleo, and the doll herself is kind of basic, but that does kind of make sense because she comes with like a whole lot of stuff. So she's very nice though. She has really cool makeup. She has this like gold triangle over one eye, and just the beautiful like angular Egyptian face. Her hair is nylon, which is not my favorite, but it is not textured, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's brunette with tinsel in it, and also kind of like little teal streaks in the front. And she has this kind of simple outfit. It's just this patterned top with this skirt that has like little layers of ruffles. And these kind of look like they might be suspenders or they might just be details. I'm not sure. Her shoes are definitely the coolest thing. They're got like little printed details on the front, and they're boots that are very ornate, very cool. And she has articulation though, which is good. They didn't compromise the articulation with the elbow, wrist, and knee, typical of the Monster High doll. And she also has like the mummy wrappings on her arms and on her leg, which I love, and I think that adds so much detail. She does not have piercings for earrings, so I don't think we'll be getting earrings in the package, but that's okay. But she's very pretty, and I definitely have more Cleos in my new G3 Monster High collection than any other character, but I am unashamed. I like Cleo the best. And then she also came with this little piece of paper, and I think, I'm really not sure how this works, but it says something about looking for clues and finding tokens and then assembling things, but I didn't do that, so I don't know what I was supposed to do, but it's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through all of these little packages now, and then I'll do the same thing for Abby. This looks like it's like a clip-on accessory. I've got my scissors here so I can unclip and show y'all. But I think that this clips onto her front like so, which is fun. It's giving kind of like superhero vibes. It's got like these wings, and it's gold, and it has like a little heart shape, which is nice. And then I think this is maybe, I don't really know what this is for. It doesn't really say. I don't know, maybe it does. I don't know. So I'll keep this because it looks like it's one of the pieces in there. And then we have some hangers, which are silver and very nice. And then there's also a clip to maybe, I think, her stand, which I think, I don't know if that's supposed to be here or what. So she might come with a stand. I'm not sure, but there's like a little clip. And then there's also this random little blue piece. I have no idea what it goes to. Hopefully I'll find that out eventually, but I'm gonna go ahead and open the next package. And then next, ooh, we have, so this is a purse. It's gold and it has a lot of really cool like Egyptian printed detail on it. It has her name on the front. It says Cleo. And then there's an extra pair of shoes, which are very fun. It looks like they're blue and definitely very much of a platform shoe. They look like this. They don't actually have a heel, they just have like a part on the toe, which is very interesting. But they're a really pretty like blue color with teal on the bottom. They almost look like dance shoes, so that's interesting. And then there's a couple more accessories in here. There is this little charm. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to hook onto something. I'm thinking it might hook onto the purse, like so. That's my best guess. But it's kind of like a little scepter type thing with like some winged details on it. And then we have this comb, which is this really pretty bronzy color and has a little pharaoh's silhouette on it, which is really neat. And then she also has a water bottle, which is teal and has a scarab beetle on the top. Lots of really cool little Egyptian motifs designed throughout all of her accessories, which I love. Next package. There's just so much extra stuff. I love how dolls nowadays are going back to the accessorizing of the dolls. Okay, so we have this other little plastic piece. Again, I don't have any idea what this is. It's just like a little plastic thingy. And then we have this thing, which is another piece. Very mysterious. I have no idea what it's supposed to be or what it goes to, but hopefully we will figure that out as the packages progress. And then one last thing, and they are a pair of fingerless gloves, which are this really cool bronzy color as well, and they have like a little diamond shape on top, and they're like wrapped with kind of like mummy wrappings. So those are really neat, and I cannot wait to put those on her. Really fun accessories. And then the last paper package, there's one more clear one besides that, but very curious to see what all of this goes to. Okay, so we have this thing, and then I think this is supposed to snap on like so, and then it's starting to come together. I think maybe this, I'm kind of looking at the instructions as I go. I think this clips in like that. Maybe this is supposed to be, I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but so far we have all of this, whatever this is supposed to be. And then, what else is in here? Ooh, we've got extra clothes, very exciting. It looks like a pair of leg warmers, which are blue. And then we have so many accessories. We have a pair of tights, which are kind of like a sandy color with golden details that are like triangle shaped. And then we have a top, which, or maybe this is a skirt. It's a skirt that's made of kind of like towel-like material, and it's teal with a little gold belt, and it has a little mummy wrapped heart down in the corner. And then no shirt, but that is okay. So we have this together, but I don't know what it's supposed to be for. If any of y'all have any ideas, please let me know. And then lastly, we have her headpiece, which looks like this, and it's epic. It's this really cool pair of headphones, but it's like super gold and elaborate. Very, very beautiful. It looks like this. And so this is really cool. I feel like I've kind of missed the puzzle / clue. I've gotten this together at least, but I don't know what the other pieces are. So I'm going to rely on you guys who know a lot more than me to tell me what's going on down in the comments. But for the meantime, I'm going to move on to Abby. And so here is her, I don't know, her chamber, I guess. And her key is this really, it's pretty, it's icy, which is very different from Cleo's, which is this kind of like shimmery blue, which is a lot of fun. And I'm pretty sure that the same thing happens where you turn the key and it opens it up, and there's like all the different packages on the inside that we can pull out. Abby herself is right here, and then you can slide her out. And then here is her little chamber. It's black and blue instead of gold and black. And I am going to go ahead and take her out and take a closer look at her once I get her off of the plastic. Okay, so I got her out, and she looks very, very similar in her outfit to Cleo. You can definitely tell that they're from the same line. She also has kind of like a simple patterned top, and then I think it actually is more like a swimsuit, which is probably why the extra clothes didn't bring like an extra top. And then she has, again, like a ruffled skirt that's these really pretty like blue, purple, and like black colors, and it's very shimmery. And then a really cute pair of also molded boots with printed detail on the front. And similar to Cleo, she has nylon hair with tinsel, and then this really cool shape over her eye. And then I love that they gave her little horns because she is supposed to be the daughter of the abominable snowman. So I love that they gave her horns. And then she is also a little bit curvier than Cleo, and she also has the articulation, and she has the hands with the little claws. Very, very cool. And then I did probably what I should have done from the beginning, and I read the instructions more closely, and I figured out what everything is supposed to do. So as I go through these things, I will give you more insights into that. But I'm going to go ahead and start. The first thing is, okay, this. And from the instructions, this actually goes like in the little capsule or whatever it's supposed to be called. It goes in kind of on the side so that she can stand in there, which makes a lot more sense if you actually bother to read it. Oops. So there's a little place for her for the stand to go in, and then it's like, it's a little heart-shaped thing, so then when you put it in, she can stand and you don't have to worry about her like falling out. So the stand goes here like so, so that you can stand in front of it. Wow, crazy, I know, right? And then these hangers, they're very similar, if not the same. Figured this out. That goes in here to be a little clothes hanger for the hangers. So it goes in and it slides in like this, and then you literally can just like put the hangers on it. Crazy, like so. So then you can hang the hangers up and the clothes on the hangers. Amazing. And then this goes on the little other plastic part that we'll see later. And then we have Abby's little breastplate, which is fun. And hers is super cool and like spiky and blue. And that can go ahead and get snapped on like so. Very, very epic. And then the next package, rip it open. I think this might be the one with the purse. So we have Abby's purse, which is a different shape, which I appreciate, and it has her name on the front, and it's more of like a duffel shape and less of like a handbag, and it has these kind of like icy star sparkle things on it. And then I was right, this does attach to the bag, this little tassel, and hers is kind of white, and it's almost kind of like key shaped, which is cool. And then we have a bunch of other accessories for Abby. We have her brush, which is diamond shaped, and it has a really cool kind of like crystal pattern to it. And then we have a pair of shoes for her as well. They do kind of look like ballerina shoes. They're white and have straps across them, and then this is really cool. There's like icicles going down the front, and then there's dark blue at the bottom. And then we have a water bottle for her, which is purple, and it's very similar, but again, not the same. Very cool. And then next, I think this might be all the clothes. Oh, okay, so we have the thing that the heart clips onto, like so. And yeah, this is just like a little heart. There's like snowflake stuff around it. It's dark blue. And then we have clothes for her. So we have leg warmers, just like Cleo, but these are purple. We have tights, but they are blue. Same pattern, but also the pattern is silver, not gold. And then a towel. But these are shorts instead of a skirt, and they are purple. And her little heart has ice and snow and abominable snowman horns. Fun. And then that's it in there. And then last paper bag has the kind of bottom to this, and I think it's supposed to be like a little seat that clips onto the little front part, if I'm not mistaken. I have more fingerless gloves, but these are white instead of like bronzy, and they have a really cool kind of like star snowflake pattern to the front and like fur around the wrist. Very neat. And then there's, okay, I did not actually see what this goes to. This little black thing. I'm not sure if it says, maybe it goes to this. I'm not entirely sure. But we have, again, this little black thing here, which I will continue to read the instructions and figure out what that goes to. But that is all the stuff in the little paper bags. And then we have her headpiece, which is, again, headphones, and they're blue, and they're very, very neat. They look like this. Maybe if I can get it on her head. There we go. Very, very neat. They're like headphones or earmuffs maybe for Abby's case, and she actually has little holes on the top for her horns to fit in, here and here, which is really fun. And it has kind of like an icicle snowflake pattern to it, which is very awesome. And I am really excited to have gotten these dolls essentially for half off. Until now, I am very excited about getting these. And that is the last of what I'm going to share with you guys for this season's Doll Lover Diaries, since we are kind of now transitioning into spring, and I already have some stuff in the works for doing a spring Doll Lover Diaries video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I'm not really sure how this video is going to turn out because it is filmed over the course of such a long time, but I hope that it was enjoyable for you to watch if you've made it this far, because I have a feeling it's probably going to be pretty long. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to let me know down in the comments and tell me what you liked about it so that I can continue making videos that you guys enjoy. And then, of course, show you liked it by leaving a like. And if you want to see more of my other kinds of videos like this, where it's more like vlogging and stuff like that, then I will link those playlists in the description and also in a card. And if you want to see any of my other kinds of videos, I would recommend subscribing so that you can see all of my other videos whenever I upload them. And with that, I will stop rambling and thank you again. I would not be able to have this channel without you, and I appreciate you guys so much. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.